Jesus wants you to know that it is okay to want more. So if you've been silently praying because you need to earn more money, or you just need more because you want to be able to do some things that you haven't been able to do because you're just paying your bills and living from day to day, and you could use a little bit more so that maybe you could go visit some family out of state, or spend some time with your grandkids, or sometimes with friends, going to the movie or something. It's okay to want more and ask him for more. He wants us to have abundance. But we can't be afraid to ask. And then you don't have to feel guilty when you do ask. He is okay with it. It is okay. And that's what I did when I got out there and started looking on the internet, because I needed a way to make an extra income. And I asked him if it was okay for me to do that. And of course, he was like, cast your net out there. And that's what I did. I believe that faith and business can coincide and coexist. So that's why I wanted to go do something on the internet to make that second income. Because I was retired a year and a half, and I needed some extra income. So that's when I went out there and started looking, because when we pray, we also have to go look so he can show us the answer. The answer is just not going to come from the prayer itself. We have to take an action to find the answer, and then we know that he has answered it. Okay? So that's what I did. I went out there and I said, okay, I need to make a second income. How are they making that out on the internet? Because I'm retired. I don't want to go back to the 9-to-5 grind. And that's what I found, a training that said that they're doing digital marketing. And so I had to invest in myself and invest in the training. And I know you're wondering, well, Jenifer, how did you do that? You're already, struggling to make ends meet. Well, I decided that, if I was going to learn it, because my generation, I'm 58, going to be 59 in a few months. My generation is one of those that we want training. We just don't understand everything, especially all of this new technology that has come out recently, with all of the social media platforms that are evolving, and they're doing more things with them, and artificial intelligence and all of that. We're like, oh my gosh, what is all of that? So my generation, like yourself, we need to learn that. So I had to be open-minded. I couldn't say, well, no, I don't want to learn all of that. Just give me something simple. Let me be able to write it down on paper or read it in a paperback book, and that's how I'll learn it. Well, that's just not the way things have evolved. Everything is now computerized or digitized. So that's what I'm learning, is digital marketing. I can make a substantial income but still feel retired. Then I need to learn it. And I can learn it. We're not too old. Don't let yourself think you're too old. We're going to live to be 90. Everybody's living a lot longer. So, 58 is the new 38. I'm going to go 38. So we're not too old. It's time, and it's okay to do it now. I'd rather start now, because everything is moving quicker, and get going and learn as it changes. And that's the beauty about this training, is it evolves while everything is evolving. It stays up to date. And that's what we need. And so once you invest in the training, you've got it. And it's always evolving, and we're always learning and earning. Okay? And that's the beauty of it. So if you want to be able to work from home at your own pace, be your own boss, work as little as 2 hours a day. I mean, 2 hours a day is all you have to put in once you start learning it. Takes maybe a little bit more than that for a little, maybe a month or two. But after you start learning it and it starts to make sense, then all you have to do is put 2 hours a day. So you can still feel retired. You've got the rest of the day to go out there. I like to go to mass during the week, so I go to church. You're a night owl and you want to do it late at night. It doesn't matter. The internet is 24/7. That is the beauty of it all. So you can work that 2 hours whenever. If you want to just work it in chunks that day, you want to work 4 30-minute chunks and place it in between you're doing other things, like doing your household chores or whatever. You can do it. That's what is so great about using the internet to make that second income. And if you know anything about social media, like Facebook, maybe you got on Facebook whenever it first came out. You're like, man, this is a great tool. I could, interact with my family and friends, and those, that are in different states, you could always interact with them. And so maybe Facebook really well. Well, what if I told you that you can make money through Facebook by learning this training? I mean, wouldn't that be wonderful to put that to work for you? Instead of just socializing through it, you can put it to work for you 24/7 by putting some content out there and generating an income through Facebook. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I mean, it's a no-brainer if you need to make a second income and Facebook. So you would invest in the training, and through this training, we're going to learn, and you're going to learn how to do that. Right now, I'm using YouTube because I didn't know anything. I didn't know Facebook or anything. I never got into social media, so it's okay to be a total beginner like myself. And you can get out there and put anything, any social media platform that you can think of that you may have, excuse me, you can put it to work for you and make that second income. All you've got to do is there's some criteria that you have to think about, okay? You have to think, am I coachable? So you got to be coachable, all right? Because you're going to learn new skills. You're going to learn new skills, so you're going to have to be coachable to learn the new skills. So you're not going to just have to read documents and everything to learn it. You're going to get actual learning from human beings, just like through this video. You're going to get the learning step by step on how to, and you can have community support, so you're never alone during the process. And you have support. I mean, that's the beauty of the internet now, is that you can do these things and you can get the job done in 2 hours a day, and you can learn and earn at the same time. So as you learn something, you implement it. And when you're implementing, then you're reaching the people. It's through digital marketing. If you want to know more, I will give you the free blueprint of step-by-step how I'm making this extra money. All you have to do is say blueprint in the comments, and I'll give you the blueprint. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Ask questions just in the community.